Hi everybody, and welcome to your reading by sign for April. Let's see who's next. Only a few left. We have Gemini. All right, welcome Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Check out your other placements for a more complete view of the month. All right, so April 6th coming up here real quick. We have the full moon happening at, 16 degrees Libra in the tropical system and 22 Virgo in sidereal. Then we have the new moon solar eclipse happening at 6 degrees Aries in sidereal astrology and 29 degrees Aries in the tropical system, right on the cusp of Taurus to begin the new astrological sign there. Let's see what's in store for Gemini. We're going to use the Osho Zen deck today. Underneath, we have possibilities. Okay, the Two of Wands, the 11, a gateway, a portal. I think looking out over, surveying your options, looking at what it is, where you want to put your energy, your focus, your intentions. So the first one that fell out, and I went, ooh, because I knew what it was. So flowering, that's the Queen of Coins. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So maybe coming into that full moon. I believe it is no, it's not the flower full moon, but the full moon during Taurus season will be that full flower moon. And so this looks like a big full moon behind her, something coming to fruition, maturity, blossoming. Now we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, here we are, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Very serious kind of energy, trust. We have the Knight of Cups. Aloneness, Virgo. That's the Hermit card. Success and the Six of Wands. Jupiter and Leo as he's riding the tiger there. And then we have Courage, more Leo energy. All right, the strength to push through. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so normally in the Two of Wands cards, he's holding a staff in one hand and the other one's planted in the ground, right? And I mentioned surveying the land, and now we have this hermit figure, right? Taking a walk. Do you like to hike, Gemini? I know I do. And it could just be a good place to be alone in nature and gather your thoughts. It's a good meditation to spend, a walking meditation. And it does take a lot of trust in the universe and courage to do that. Maybe enjoy camping or some kind of road trip, some kind of travel. But having trust and faith that you'll be safe for your journey, of course. I also get this feeling that, it's lonely at the top. That with success and leadership that comes from those Leo energies, flowering, things blossoming, you may have set up some strong walls or barriers around yourself in order to protect that energy, which is not a bad thing. I'll get at some expansion here, but the trust is wanting me to explore that as far as, do you open up to other people now that you found your footing, that you found your way, and that you're expanding? Is it time to allow people in? Because the Queen of Swords has very firm boundaries there. Okay. Let's see what our astrology cards have for us. Okay. Underneath, Venus. Give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. Okay, so Venus is the ruler of Libra and Taurus. Like I said, we're coming into that Taurus season, and this clamshell is opening, right? It's exposing its pearl there, its gem. I think it's a breaking down of walls for you, opening up to receive, give and receive love. Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom. I got that sense of wandering here with the aloneness card. Is there some journey that you're being called to go on? Some travel that you're intending to do, because Sagittarius rules the 9th house of long distance travel. And then we have house 11, Aquarius, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. Yeah, I feel like if you are traveling, you're going to encounter groups of people that you align with energetically. And this Venus energy, the clamshell or opening up, the oyster opening to reveal its pearl, it's like these people you feel compelled to let your guard down around, which is a good thing because you'll make connections with them. and find, that you can trust people, that not everybody has malicious intent. Because I understand, after the struggle of pushing through the cracks there in the stone or the concrete, it does take courage to turn your light back on, because it will attract both good and bad energy. All right, and then we have air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. This is your sign, of course. Also aligning with that Aquarius, I think it like flying, again with the hermit going on a journey, ascending a mountain, possibly climbing mountains, traveling to the mountains, and those are pictured here in house 11 too, with the birds, getting a higher perspective. Sagittarius archer, always aiming his bow to the stars. So reach higher. Then we have fire, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. All right, well, fire and air are complementary signs, both masculine projective energy. So it lines with our Leo energy we got here in the Jupiter and Leo and the Leo strength card. All right, having the courage, like I said, to turn your light back on, to allow people back in, because you are blossoming. You have, I just feel like you're opening up after a period of being closed off. Let's take a look at some animal medicine for us this month. And that fire element also aligns with Sagittarius, of course. Ooh, we got the buffalo, number 19. Now, it's interesting that the 19th major arcana in the tarot is the Sun card, which is ruled by Leo. And then 19 is also the 8th prime number, and number 8 is the strength card, Leo. So we have a connection here as well with the buffalo. I don't believe I've pulled this one in a reading yet, so I'm excited to see what it says. The title is Prayer and Abundance, and we definitely have abundance beginning this reading with the Queen of Coins showing up. In the Lakota tradition, it was the white buffalo calf woman who brought the sacred pipe to the people and taught them to pray. The bowl of the pipe was the receptacle that held tobacco, an herb with male and female medicine. The stem of the pipe represented the male entering the female and seeding life. In the coming together of male and female, the connection to the divine energy of the Great Spirit was made. As the pipe was loaded with tobacco, every family in nature was asked to enter into the pipe and share its medicine as prayer and praise to the heavens. The smoke was considered to be visual prayer and was very sacred and cleansing. All animals are sacred, but in many traditions, white buffalo is the most sacred. The appearance of white buffalo is a sign that prayers are being heard and that sacred pipe is being honored, and that the promises of prophecy are being fulfilled. White buffalo signals a time of abundance and plenty. Buffalo was the major source of sustenance for the Plains Indians. It gave meat for food, hides for clothing, warm and soft buffalo robes for long winters, and hooves for glue. The medicine of buffalo is prayer, gratitude, and praise for that which has been received. Buffalo medicine is also knowing that abundance is present when all relations are honored as sacred, and when gratitude is expressed to every living part of creation. Because of its desire to give the gifts that its body provided, and because of its willingness to be used on earth for the highest good before entering the hunting grounds of spirit, buffalo did not readily stampede and run from hunters. To use buffalo medicine is to smoke the pipe in a sacred manner and to give praise for the richness of life and to be shared with all races, all creatures, all nations, and all life. It means smoking for others so that their needs are met, praying for the good of all things in harmony, and accepting the great mystery as a part of that harmony. If you have drawn the buffalo card, you may be asked to use your energy in prayer. You may also be called upon to be an instrument of someone else's answer to a prayer. This could portend a time of recognizing the sacredness of every walk of life, albeit different from your own. To honor another's pathway, even if it brings you sadness, is a part of message that buffalo brings. This may be a time of recognition to the meaning of life and the value of peace. Most assuredly, this time will bring serenity amidst chaos if you pray in earnest for enlightenment and the power of calmness and give praise for the gifts you already have. Buffalo medicine is a sign that you achieve nothing without the aid of the Great Spirit, and that you must be humble enough to ask for that assistance and then be grateful for what you receive. All right, so having gratitude for the blessings you're receiving, trusting and knowing that it's safe to share those gifts, those blessings, as I said, like the oyster opening up to reveal its treasure inside, to give you the opportunity to share either your wealth of knowledge, whatever it is you have in abundance, love, creativity, words of comfort. If you have a little extra money, maybe donating it to charity, or your time donating it to charity can also bring you more abundance. Maybe that's what you're doing as a humanitarian, traveling around the world. Or if you have that opportunity, you might, if you feel called to do it, then go for it. Okay. Let's see what our Queen of the Moon Oracle is. Okay, I have two here. Underneath the deck, the path. Isn't that interesting that the buffalo was just talking about the path, honoring all walks of life. Okay. Taking the high road. Again, I get this kind of walkabout energy, this spirit journey of walking through the unknown, deciding on which path you want to take, the possibilities there. Okay. Oh, and it's another number 8, isn't it? Huh. Strength and infinity. Let's see what we have. Number 3, realization. Now here we have 2 portals being pictured in the night sky, right? Walking through doorways. And what else did we draw? Purity, the snow moon. That peace, that serenity that they were talking about with the buffalo medicine too. Ooh, 2 3s. Look at that. 330. 3 3. Okay, that's the master teacher number, again with that hermit energy. And I mentioned maybe ascending a mountain. They say people climb a mountain to meet a guru. You could just have an epiphany, becoming your own guru. I'm not saying you're going to meet a master of any sort, but you certainly could, a master teacher. The book is here. You could be honing a personal skill, acquiring more knowledge on that, more gnosis through experience. Okay, I'm going to read about realization. With self-awareness comes realization. Knowledge is power. Self-examination of your role within a situation is important. The mantra is, I have timely self-awareness and act upon my realizations. As we move into the early waxing cycle, light begins to shine upon the shadows, illuminating what is. This is the beginning of a powerful process, realization. When we decide to really examine our lives without fear or favor, it can be heard. This is, no doubt, an act of courage. Courage came up. We might not like what we discover after all, yet without self-awareness and the will to act upon those realizations, whether we perceive them as negative or positive, we do not get to change and grow. The realization that we have a pattern, a bad habit, or a behavior that is causing us pain is a powerful position, even though we may feel worry and pain around this discovery. We can then take personal responsibility to change our situation since we know our current position. Knowing ourselves more completely enables us to accept ourselves more readily and to dare to love exactly who we really are. The companion stone or metal is aventurine. Aventurine is good fortune, also safety and travel. And we had Sagittarius coming up and kind of the wandering sage or ascetic pictured in the Virgo hermit card. So could be, again, with Virgo being emphasized in my mind, a realization about health, like or unhealthy habits. And with the purity card there, it might be emphasizing a need to cleanse those from your life, to help your spirit elevate a little more, because we're getting that air symbolism and the mountain symbolism. Let's take a look at purity. Look for the simplest and cleanest solution. Understand your motives for doing what you are doing. Be as clear as possible in your communication. The mantra is, I know why I do what I do. The word purity now seems to have a kind of loaded moral quality. Anytime I mention the word, people most think about how it's used in religions or morals. For example, the purity of virgins, the purity of no sex before marriage, the purity of celibacy, the purity of bloodline, or certain extreme right-wing groups. No wonder we use the word with some trepidation. The purity I refer to here is the purity of the silver moon on the unmarked snow, the simple purity of intention that nature demonstrates, the purity of clean water in a mountain stream, the purity of one single purpose. The Cambridge Dictionary defines this kind of purity as being clean or free from harmful substances. And I guess in our world, so full of pollution and damage to the environment, that may well be hard to find. However, the ancients looked at the cycles that brought ice and snow as a sort of reset button, a time when everything lay fallow for a while and brought with it a kind of simplicity. These times were hard, but if they were prepared for them, we would survive. There are good reasons to strive for a kind of positive purity in our lives. Being precise with our language and as clear as we can be in our communication means fewer miscommunications and misunderstandings in our relationships and work life. Keeping our intentions pure and untainted with lower energies such as jealousy, revenge, or unworthiness as much as possible means that our motivations are pure and not muddy in their reasoning. The companion stone or metal is clear quartz. Okay, and it's fantastic that I placed this here too. Remember the buffalo, they were talking about the great white buffalo. And here we have the white snow. Very interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at our angels and ancestors here and see if we can get another message, another... Great teacher, learn from spiritual experience. There we have a white dove of peace, right? Peace and purity. It's a calmness. There's like an acceptance here, I feel, Gemini. We're just kind of... And did I mention 33 is the master teacher number? There's self-mastery going on this month. That's what it is. And perhaps you're able to make that part of your path and share it with people that you come across. And there we have the mirror guardian. Take time to reflect. That's why you need to spend some time alone in nature, right? Spend time with yourself. That realization that comes to your mind. What is it about me that needs, purification or adjustment? It's like you become your own master teacher this month. Again, self-mastery, but mirrors obviously bring up, the reflecting image that's identical, like identical twins. It could be taking a look at your self-destructive patterns or how you've been self-sabotaging. Let me look at the mirror guardian. All right, the title of this card is Take Some Time to Reflect on Your Strengths and Challenges and How Far You've Come, right? You have this victory card, the success. You've overcome a lot. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The mirror guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by the world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the mirror guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. So yeah, there's a pause, there's a reflection, because you have some opportunity in front of you. You've got a couple different choices. Okay, you are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths that you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. Fantastic. All right. Let's take a look at your archetype card, Gemini. It has not been an easy path either that we've chosen for ourselves. So be kind to yourself. When you examine yourself, don't just focus on the negative. The crone, number 13. Okay, so this is could be equated to the death card in the major arcana. The crone is wise, though. This is the more birds, more element of the air. So we had the birds showing up in the house 11. And we have the dove here of the great teacher, a black bird and a white bird. Interesting. Yakin and Boaz, the two pillars of the high priestess, the black and the white, again integrating both experiences of life to make it a complete experience. The title of this card is The Witch, the Old Woman, the Sage. The crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation of the feminine trifecta of Maiden Mother Crone. In her long life, she's witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning, smoldering, taking life, and giving life. So when I mentioned the white bird and the black bird as part of the high priestess card, the crone is the high priestess. She does sit in the middle. She is depolarized, and like I said, integrates both black and white as part of reality. The crone energy accepts everything in, devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth. Using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge, her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and the macabre. Awakening the crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. The side notes say the crone is the master of letting go and residing in what is. She rejects nothing. The crone is often seen with the crow, smoke, night, and the moon. The crone has a difficult time tolerating superficial, petty, day-to-day musings. She moves away from such relationships and seeks a deeper path, even in the means of a more solitary life. Unbelievable, because we had the path and the hermit showing up to as part of this reading. It might feel like a lonely path, but you're never alone. You know, you have spirit, you have angels, you have guides, you have yourself, your own spirit, and your strength. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to get some Making Magic cards because the crone is the witch. She is the magician. She is the priestess. Let's see what magic the crone is bringing us this month, Gemini. Time to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So Leo, living from the heart, ruling the solar plexus chakra, being an individual, spreading your light. I mentioned, that you've maybe felt closed off recently, and now it's time to open back up like that clamshell and expose your light to the world again. It's waiting. And next we have Trinket 5, manifesting money and income. Beautiful. Well, that aligns with our Queen of Coins here in the flowering. Our needs are taken care of. We are not in lack this month, Gemini. And spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. And I just say you're not alone. I love it. Okay. Safe and happy travel. Yeah. Protection from harm when journeying. So you're safe on your journey here, Sagittarius, whether it be physical or spiritual. You have your protection. And it's just interesting. We have the hexagram symbol here on the coin. And then it shows up in here. It's the symbol of fire and water, alchemy being combined. Okay, masculine and feminine, black and white. Wow. Okay. I think that's all for Gemini. Anything else? Let's get a mystical wisdom card. Archangel Gabriel, messenger of creativity and hope. Okay, this could be someone you're working with, or you can be embodying that spirit as well, bringing hope to others, as in the gratitude and generosity of the white buffalo spirit. Enlightenment, pursue spiritual growth. You're definitely doing that this month with the self-mastery and the hermit card, the great teacher card showing up. Okay, so the crown chakra and the third eye are lit this month. Getting a lot of downloads. All right, and underneath we have originality, blaze your own trail. Again, more of that journeying energy about creating a path or traveling the path. Being original is part of what Leo energy is all about. So, all right, let me get some angel cards. Okay, willingness. Being willing to do the work, do the spiritual work. Spontaneity. Okay, that might have to do with that travel or that journey that you're undergoing. Communication. Yeah, okay, so that's your house. The third house of communication is Gemini. And we had those connections being made too in the 11th house with like-minded groups and friends, humanitarian beliefs, expanding communication, and grace. All right, well, you're doing it gracefully this month. You are definitely shining your light with modesty and gracefulness. And people are going to notice that about you. Okay, so remember, you're safe. You can trust in the universe that everything that's unfolding for you now is safe to pursue. There's no risk involved, okay? So keep going. Proud of you, Gemini. Way to push through. But you have so much to offer this month, and you will be taken care of accordingly in the physical realm. All right, have a wonderful April. Take care. Bye-bye.